Hello, 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 lovelies. So today, as it says in the title, what we're going to be doing is a beginner-friendly, step-by-step makeup tutorial slash tips slash hacks, what I've learned along the way. Before that though, let's put some, oh, there's not much left. I really wasn't going to do this live stream today. I was going to do longer form content, but I thought before I go to my mum's, I will show my face on here. I don't know who's hearting it, saying there's no one in the live stream. But thank you. Oh, hi Shannon, how are you? Hi MJ, I was just saying I had no plans to come on today because my days are Mondays and Fridays. But I couldn't be bothered just sitting in front of the camera and doing a longer form content video. It would have been this look that I'm doing now. So, I mean, regulars have seen it. Is that a spot? That's a spot. Ooh, it's one of those scabby ones too that you just can't help pick. I think we're done with this now. I mean, there's a little bit left, maybe for one more use, but we're pretty much done with that moisturiser. I'll try it again tomorrow. And I've not touched the night cream yet, so that one needs to be done with. Hi Presley. I got a notification, so I jumped right in. So you're going to see everything that I do. And I don't think I'm switching anything up. It's just, I feel like my channel's very beginner friendly. And I just feel like maybe widening the audience a little bit. And some people might not know it's beginner friendly. So I thought I would put that in the title. Let's see who comes in today, because yesterday was not that great. But anyway, let's move this little basket over here that I've got makeup in. Wonderful brushes are falling everywhere. Let's just leave that there. I love your channel. Thank you, MJ. Very, very nice of you to say. Okay, so primer. So CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Blurring Serum. And what you might be asking is, why do I use a primer? For me personally, I do get, they're not really enlarged, but I have like enlarged pores here. And also primer makes your makeup stay on longer. So that's another reason to use it. You don't have to. I know plenty of people in the YouTube, let's say, hemisphere that don't use it. But like for this one, I don't know if you can get it in the US or where you live. It's a good one. Normally I can't get CoverGirl here in the UK. I've had it quite a while and I just want to use it up now. You're going to hear a lot of fireworks, guys. I mean, they're so loud, they sound like they're popping off in my garden. I mean, it is not bonfire night. Bonfire night was on the 5th. It is not the 5th. I am so glad I'm not going to be staying here tonight, though. My nose keeps running, so you'll see me do this every now and again. Okay, so PS Strobing Highlighter Cream. This is from Primark. You don't need to do this. What I would advise, if you like glowing makeup, if you're a mature lady like me, so I'd say mid-20s, 30s, 40s, I would say, you know, put something like this, an illuminator underneath your foundation, and you're going to be not glowing from the heavens, you're just going to have really nice, pretty, glowy skin. Now, I couldn't be without an illuminator. I want to use this one up just because it is so old in my collection. I dreamt of fireworks last night, probably because we talked about it yesterday. Oh gosh, I hope it wasn't a terrible dream, MG. Yeah, they're not the best, are they? I put too much on, but the foundation will cover it up. Probably only need 1 dot of it, and I put 3. Okay, so that's that. So now we just need to go on with a foundation. At the moment, I'm using more or less a skin tint. So it's the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Stay Naked Tinted Glow Hydrator. I'm using this every day until it's gone because it's Project Pan and because I don't like it. So use any foundation you want. And what you'll notice, oh, I actually do put facial spray on as well, just on the sponge to dampen it a little bit. So we're going to go in with the usual vitamin C facial mist, which is nearly all gone. And then I just turn this and put a bit of this on. No, it wasn't like a nightmare or anything, I'm glad. Let's do the top of the head. Let's switch it up a bit. Everyone's probably out at the pub. I didn't think this live stream through, did I really? But you can just keep me company. For me, foundation is the most boring part of makeup. And that's just for me. I mean, a lot of people like base makeup, meaning foundation. I particularly don't. I could probably get by. On a good day where I don't have blemishes, I could probably get by without doing foundation. Are you going to your mum's? Yes, I am. First day I have to go to the shop. I hate having to go out when there's fireworks. There's a pub near the supermarket. It's a little supermarket, and I think that's where the fireworks are coming from. Oh, they're annoying me. Just listening to them is annoying me. So didn't you get enough of that on bonfire night? Why do you have to keep doing it? And what's so special about fireworks anyway? I'm going off on a tangent like I did yesterday. But I wouldn't if they didn't set them off every 2 seconds. Just want to make sure it's blended in as much as it can be. Let's put the top back on the foundation. You can see there's plenty of windowing now here, so there really isn't much foundation. It feels incredibly light. So let me just grab my mirror and I just wanna, I think I need to get some exfoliator, at least for my nose area. I mean, I'm sure I've got some somewhere. Okay. Has that brush fallen or is it still in here? It's not in here. For the concealer. It's alright. I shall just do what I normally do, just put it on with my fingers. Glossier Stretch Concealer in G12. You don't have to wear a concealer. Brighteners are really, really good if you don't get a lot of sleep. Yeah, brighteners are really, really good for that. And I'm taking it up to the lids because if you can see here, there's a lot of purple veins. And that's why I use an eyeshadow base as well. I don't really want that showing. Not that it's going to show up through eyeshadow if your eyeshadow's dark enough. Okay, what now then? And 2 more brushes. Okay. No, we will, before I put powder on, we will do the brows. Oh, Jack, thank you. I've not done the brows yet. I'm doing them now. Thank you for that. It means a lot to me. And I like it too. How are you? There we go. What I do with the brows, I just brush them up. That's it. And then because they're tinted anyway, it doesn't need a lot of product. So, what I would say, if you're doing your brows, is tint them, and they'll get darker and they'll look fuller. Or just put some brow powder in, and that also helps. Why am I getting my glitter glue out? See, the only thing I'm using at the moment is the NYX The Brow Glue. And that just helps them keep in place. I think next time I buy this, it will be like my brow colour. That isn't my brow colour, but it will be a dark brown. That's what I'm trying to say. I've got foundation in my hair again. Looks like a little grey piece has come along. I do find the odd grey hair in my hair. Well, I am 47, I should be finding grey hair, shouldn't I, at this time of life? Right, so now we're going to be going in with a loose powder, And what I do with the loose powder is it goes on the forehead, down the nose and onto the chin, and like under the eyes as well. My one that I'm using at the moment is a Project Pan one. I don't know if I'm going to keep it around the collection. It's been really good to try it. My friend Lisa bought it for me, so I'm hoping that I can keep it. Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Fairlight. Let's get a brush from over here. Like, this one isn't transparent, so it's not clear, but my foundation is very light anyway, so I can go in with a powder like this. To me, this looks like a banana powder. So we tap the excess off, and then we just run it around the T-zone. And I do use a finishing powder at the end as well, which you guys will know, your regulars. If you're not a regular, you can subscribe if you want. I'd love it. I have missed doing these live streams, but you've got to be in the right frame of mind for them. Luckily, today, you've all been excellent, so thank you for that. Right, so we're finished with the powder. Right, bronzer. So first of all, I'm going to go in with my cream bronzer. Am I missing any comments? Because I can't see. I don't think so. If I've missed any comments, I'm sorry. I've just seen your heart, Shannon. Thank you. So we're using Rare Beauty in the shade Bright Side. And yesterday I just tried going in with the bronzer brush on top of the bronzer and placed it in certain areas. I'll show you, in fact, what I did yesterday. You can do it one or two ways. I think I'll use this brush today. This is just a Real Techniques brush. So we'll start off with the forehead. Make sure your bronzer's in your hairline. And then I don't need a lot. This bronzer's a little bit too orange leaning for me, I think. I don't know if I'm going to keep it around the collection. There we go. It's blended out. And then on the cheeks, gone in with a little bit more. I don't use a cream contour when I'm using this, just because I feel like I don't need it. I don't want all kinds of creams on my face. That just makes it heavier. Right, and then what I do is I blend all that out before I go in with a powder bronzer. So there we go for that. Powder bronzer. Where are you? So powder bronzer, I also have in Project Pan is the Revlon Skin Lights. Again, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. One minute I'm thinking, oh, it needs to be decluttered, and the next I'm thinking, it actually looks pretty nice. So we'll see how I get on when I've used it 10 times, because it's in Project 10 Uses. So this shade is 002 Cans Tan. What is bonfire night? Look up Guy Fawkes on Google. They can explain it better than I can. Bonfire night is all about Guy Fawkes. They put him on a bonfire, and bonfire night has been on that night ever since. And they build bonfires and they let a bunch of fireworks off. But it's not tonight, Shannon. That was on the 5th of November. Put a bit on my nose too. Okay. So again, we'll blend this out. It's looking nice. And this is why you don't have to have a really dark foundation as well. Like, I've been told on so many occasions that foundation is too light for me. If you look at my neck, it's not too light for me. It's exactly the same shade as my neck. But then you go in with bronzer, you go in with contour if you want to use contour, you go in with blush, and your makeup looks a lot better. I'm just trying to figure out what blush to use because that's the next step. I use this peach one. I use the Tanya Bear Peach. I'm not going to show you the palette because it's in Project Pan and I don't want to spoil the progress. So I'll use a Tanya Bear Peach and I'll use Benefit Gold Rush, Benefit Gold Rush. I'm just going to run the blush off this brush. So I used it yesterday, I think. Right, so I'm going to mix them. Ooh, that's pretty. Just because I'm doing an orange look today. I have the Yucca palette by Natasha Denona coming in my... Wow! You're going to love it. Right, so I did a dupe of the Yucca palette and I feel like my Yucca palette dupe turned out better just because I've got some Natasha Denona palettes that I've got triochromes in them. But it took me 2 years to get the Yucca. I've got the Yucca here as well. And I absolutely adore that palette. And it's like, Andrea, why was you waiting so long for it? My mum bought it me last year for Christmas. You'll have to let me know what you think about it. Right, so the blushes. It's a very natural blush. It's nice. I like it. Feel like I need to just blend out a bit down here. If you go a bit heavy with your blusher or your bronzer, you can just blend out with your sponge or your brush, whatever you may be using. Yes, the yellow I'm not too excited about, but the shimmers are so pretty. That's all Smile Will. Oh, stunning, stunning, stunning palette. I've done loads of looks with it, Shannon, so if you want any inspiration, or even if you want me to do a live stream with it to give you inspiration, just let me know and I'm more than happy to do it. I mean, I've got a bunch of palettes here for the month, but one look won't really get in the way of that. Right, highlighter. I'll go in with this Colourpop Super Shock one first. Yes, definitely. Maybe next week I can do one. Maybe next Friday. So if you've got any of these Colourpop Super Shocks or a cream highlighter, it's always better to put it on with your fingers And I put it on my nose as well. Not everyone does that. And even on the lip there. It's like wherever I can put highlighter, I will put it. But I never put it like up here. Thank you, I'll be watching. No worries. I think then I'm going to go in with, this is so cute, The Simpsons Revolution Treehouse of Horror, just because I'm using a Hocus Pocus eyeshadow palette from Colourpop, which is a Halloween themed one. So I just need a highlighter brush now for this. I'm so excited for Christmas though, the amount of makeups that's coming my way, and I didn't even know. Like I've known my mum is getting me a Denessa palette for 6 months. Like she's had it for 6 months. And I've known that my sister is getting me some makeup. But my two very good friends have also bought me makeup. And it's like, oh my gosh. I've not bought this much makeup in over 6 months. I have bought myself something though for my birthday. And I've wanted that ever since I saw Canadian Beauty use it on her channel. So that'll be nice. My birthday's not till February. I don't mind waiting. Because if you think about it, we've got Christmas in December, and then literally 6 weeks after Christmas is my birthday. And I always do these videos, what I got for Christmas, what I got for my birthday, and it's not to brag, because most of the time there's not really an awful lot there. I mean, last year there was, because I also bought myself a lot of makeup, but I'm not doing that this year. I don't feel like I need to, because I've got so much great makeup in my collection. I just need to focus on using that, rather than going out and buying the next best thing, you know. And is it really the next best thing anyway? Right, I'm going to go in with, have I done everything on the face? Yeah. So you don't have to use a finishing powder either, but I do. I really like to use a finishing powder. So I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Glowish. My hand's over it because I've made significant progress while I've been using it. So I just like blend in literally everything. These are just my tips that I've learned along the way, guys. And I I think when my makeup's done, it looks flawless. That's just my opinion. And you could just take a few tips away rather than taking them all. Because I do wear a lot of makeup, you know. I'm not saying, like people have said to me in the past, wow, why are you putting so much makeup on? And I'm like, well, to me, it's just my daily routine, my daily makeup routine. And yesterday, for instance, I had someone in, I can't remember the name, but I think I got them out. They said, why do girls put makeup on to catfish guys? And I'm like, I don't think we do. And if you've had that experience, then I'm sorry, but you've obviously been meeting the wrong girls. Right. Oh, I should have put this blush on. This Odin's Eye. I might put it on over the top of what we've already done. This Odin's Eye Soul Mane Sunlight Love Blusher, and it's in the shade Peach Gleam. Look at the packaging. And then that's a blush. It would go really, really nicely with the eyeshadow. Can I go in really, really gently? I don't want lots on. Just a bit. Because my blusher doesn't look that great. It's not that it doesn't look that great. It's not that pigmented. I'm just going to go like that. Oh. Okay, Andrea. Okay, let's blend that. I forgot it was that pigmented. Oh. Oh, it's all right. This side is fine. what I really wanted from Odin's Eye when I got that, I'm sure I bought this. I never know if I bought it or I've been gifted it. But yeah, I'm sure I bought this. They do highlighters as well. But I never got around to getting it. I'm still not happy with this bite here. I think it's a bite. I don't think it's a spot. Right, let's go in with the Dalba First Spray Serum. Again, you don't need to use, this is a facial spray. You don't need to use facial sprays, and you don't need to use setting sprays. Now, if you want longevity in the setting spray, not in the setting spray, sorry, in your makeup, then I would advise you to use some kind of setting spray, maybe an old matte one. But if you don't like matte makeup, then I would advise you to use like a glow milk mist like this one. I love that. And I really, really like this, but I don't like the scent of it. Everyone is raving about this on TikTok. It's like the next best thing for makeup artists. And it looks nice. Like my skin looks like that now. Still pretty glowy, right? Let me just put some of this on. And I'll show you. I mean, I don't know if I'd rebuy it. It's very, very expensive. It's £20. And this one here, I think it's 10. And I think you get about the same amount. But this one in here is the MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. I don't rate that one, guys. My friend bought it me. And this one at the back, where are you? Can I reach you? Yeah, this is a new bottle of, they don't do it anymore, I'm so sad. So this is the Beauty Crop Amelia Olivia Glow Milk Mist. I don't know why they discontinued it. You know, this one is really, really glowy as well. I don't know if it's as glowy as the Dalba. This has got, it's a Korean facial spray. This has got, what's it got in it? Double layer serum enriched with white truffle. It says it's from Italy though, so maybe it's not Korean. I thought it was. But anyway, this one is really, really good. They don't do this one anymore, but they do 3 in a set, which I want to try after I've used that one. But I think I'm gonna use some of this as well once I've done the eyeshadow, because I just want to get rid of that because I don't like it. So that's that. Sorry for going on a tangent. Let's get back to the makeup. Right, eyeshadow base. Right, so there's pros and cons. Well, in my opinion, it's just a pro. Now, as I was saying earlier, I suffer with purple veins here. If you don't suffer with purple veins there, then you don't need an eyeshadow base. A concealer would do it. I would say put at least a concealer down, just so that you don't get any creasing. Can you see here where there's like, where it's stuck in the middle? Now, if you don't blend that out, your eyeshadow's going to stick to it. And again on this side. But I'm going to be putting an eyeshadow base on now, so, or I'm going to try and get some out of it. It's really, there's not much left. I won't get this one again, just purely because too much comes out of it. So that's way too much for both eyes. Right, I'm gonna just take that off on this, and then I can blend out better. I just use my fingers for this. Obviously, if you was an MUA and you was doing your model, you was doing her makeup, you wouldn't just start putting your fingers in her eyes. You would get brushes, and then with the brushes, you would have to wash them every single time. But most MUAs that I know spot clean. So what spot cleaning is they'll get a spray, they'll get paper towels, and they'll just basically do that to get the excess eyeshadow off. They don't wash their brushes every time they use it because they could be working every day. So they don't do that. They, like most MUAs, wash the brushes like once, twice a week. So right, is there a shade in here? Not really. I'm going to use this shade here. So this is the Revolution Contour Pro HD palette. So as you can see, you know, you've got a lot of bronzer contour shades. I don't really use them. I've used the highlighter like once maybe. I keep dabbing my fingers in it. I might go on and use this one, but I feel like it's too dark for the eyes. Let's swatch it. No, it's not really. So once I've finished this one, I'll probably use this one, and then I don't know about the rest of the palette. So I put this eyeshadow on, well, translucent powder, I guess you would call it, just so that the eyeshadow doesn't stick and doesn't get all patchy. Again, it's up to you what you do. I know people that don't use eyeshadow bases, don't use powders, and if they do, they go in with like a cream powder that came in the palette. Now my other Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters has that, but I didn't want to just go into palettes. Today we're going to be using the Hocus Pocus Witchy Hour. It is so cute. Their palettes, their artwork is so cute. Hi Cheryl, how are you? So I'll show you what it looks like. Itchy nose. Looks like that. And I want to use these. I was trying to look on my YouTube for a look, well, several looks that I may have used these eyeshadows, because I know I've used the palette before, and there were shorts, but there just wasn't any looks with it. There was only looks with the Colourpop Gather Round Sisters, so that sucked. I'm just trying to think what I want to use. Okay, so I think this one is the lightest shade in the palette for a matte. It's called All Hallows Eve. It is colourful. It's a very pretty palette. The other one that I used was really neutral. I did add some greens in. I'll show you that actually, since you haven't seen it. So that one comes like that. Stunning. I've used this for the last 4 days, Cheryl. And then the front cover of it looks like that. And then look at that. Look at it. Tell me that isn't beautiful. And then this one looks like that. So the eyeshadows I put in were these two greens here. This green up there. And then this one down here. The rest came in the palette. I would say it's neutral. And it's got some pops of colour in it. It's a really pretty palette as well. That's adorable, gorgeous. And like, even if the eyeshadows went off or they went mouldy, I wouldn't get rid of the package, you know, because I've got a lot of Colourpop eyeshadows, should I say. So I could just get rid of the eyeshadows and just use the actual palette. It's just, hello, precious one. It's so stunning. I think I like this one more than the Witching Hour. I got this one first. I got this one from Colourpop, and I got the Witching Hour one from Depop, and it came broken here, which is a shame. Can you see it's chipped? I love that design. Yeah, me too. Me too, Cheryl. How are you anyway? I know I've not been around for a bit. so we've not been able to chat. Let's just open this one up. So, All Hallows Eve. Right, so I tend to just go on the outside first. And again, this is just how I do my eye looks. It's an easy way to do an eye look, in my opinion. Let's just get some water. I feel like I'm really thirsty. Right, so that's one shade on. I'm going to do that on the left eye. I think I'm doing 3 looks with this palette as well. I think so. I'm hanging in here. Daughter had a baby, got sepsis, was hospitalised, released, and was back in ER last night. Oh no. Oh, you must be worried sick. Right, I'm going to go in with Mooney's Round. This one here. This is really warm toned. I don't think I'm going to use this one because it's cool toned, and I'm going to be doing a really warm toned eye look today. No one's saying that you can't use warm and cool tones together, but I don't tend to do that. These eyeshadows should really make my eyes pop because I'm going to be using orange shades. So this one's going to go like towards like the middle. I'm not putting it like as far back as the other one. You know, you'd think people, they've got too much money on their hands. It's like, we've got children in need coming up soon. Give it to charity, please. You would think that I lived in London or Birmingham or somewhere that just, I mean, somewhere that isn't here. Oh, I put it in the cool colour by accident. Prayers, yeah, definitely. You know, when I had I had problems with like nasal problems and sinusitis, and when I woke up from the anaesthesia, I felt so ill, felt so sick. They kept me in for a bit longer than necessary because they thought I had sepsis. And they're like, we're just gonna have to keep you in because like we think you've got sepsis. And I'm like, what? If I've got sepsis, I've got it from here. I didn't have sepsis before I came into the hospital. Right, I'm going to go in with Life Potion. That's more of a red. And this one is just right at the end of the eye. The way you've got to look at it is she's in the best place, Cheryl. It's like my mum when she was in hospital. She had 3 cardiac arrests, and literally, if she wouldn't have been in hospital, I wouldn't have been able to save her at home. You know, I took her to hospital just on time, really. So I mean, she would have died. So basically, you know, you've got to think, oh, well, they're in the right place. And the hospital were liable for my mum as well. They didn't give her anticoagulants. And anticoagulants are for, what's the word? blood clots. They didn't give them to her. So no wonder she got a blood clot. So she got a blood clot across one lung, passing through her heart, through the other lung, and basically they had to get a specialist doctor from Manchester down to the hospital where we was at, and she was literally having cardiac arrest. Like, she had cardiac arrest like 1 every 10 minutes, and they said to me, they said, look, you know, if this happens again, we will not be able to put it, you know, we will not be able to help her. She's got all the maximum help that she can have, and we put a DNR on her records. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the worst time of my life by far. But they did help her. And I wouldn't say she's as fit as a fiddle now. She takes a lot of medication. But she's still here, which is great. Right, I'm going back in with this powder here. Yeah, she's doing better. I mean, she gets ill. Like, you know, I'm sure she had COVID. I'm sure she passed on COVID to me. So I've been really sick. And I told her, and she said, well, I've had my injection. And I'm like, it doesn't matter, Mum. You can still get COVID whether you've had that injection or not. But I have never felt so ill in my life. My headaches that I had, I think they were more migraines, and it was only on one side too. Oh, it was terrible. And then I had all the other symptoms, like, it wasn't all the time, but I had a very high, you know, I was hot all the time, then cold, then shivery, then I stayed at my mum's like 3 or 4 days that week because I just felt so ill. You know, I didn't want to come home. It can get quite cold in my place, and I didn't want to come home to cold. So, yeah, I stayed there. I'm okay now. I mean, I'm just getting over it, I think. And that's like 3 weeks later. Right, Technique glitter primer. Again, you don't need to use a glitter primer, but in my opinion, eyeshadow goes on better with it. And I only take a little bit of it. You don't need much. And what I normally do is put it on both fingers like this, spread it, and then put this on with a finger. But again, if you was working on somebody else, you would put it on a brush, a flat packing brush. Right, I think I'll go in with Green Note on the lash line. It's been such a long time since I watched Hocus Pocus. They did Hocus Pocus 2, didn't they? They must have done, because there's a palette there that states, it doesn't say Hocus Pocus 2, but that came out, I'm sure it did, when Hocus Pocus 2 came out. Hi babe, how are you? Right, so I don't know why this is called Green Note. It's not even green. Now we're just going to put this on the lash line. Be careful, because eyeshadow can end up in your eye. This is why I don't like doing it. I'm doing well. Happy fall. Happy fall to you too. I feel like we're almost in winter though. It'll be December before we know it. I don't know what I'm going to do for winter. I I don't know what eye looks I'm gonna do. I mean, blue and purple is known for winter, isn't it? I'm gonna do a video on all my winter eyeshadow themed palettes. I mean, you can still do fall eye looks. I'll certainly be wearing fall jumpers and things like that in the winter. Because if you know me, you know I love this kind of shade. I don't know what's going on with it though. Can you see how baggy it's gotten there? But I've noticed some of my jumpers are bigger on me. I think I've lost a bit of weight. Right. Bubble we'll put towards the end. They're a bit crumbly. It's so cute. Thank you. There's not much shine on these. Like me, I mean, they're not satins, but go in with the other eye. Okay, wipe that off. The gold looks a lot brighter that I'm going to use under the ground. And this one, look how much brighter that looks to that one. Now, I've never done the eye look like this. When I got this palette, I would have used every single shimmer individually just to give a review on it. So I've never mixed and matched like this. Love that. Thank you, Shannon. Oh, gosh. I'm going to take that into halfway, I think. Wow. Wowza. That actually looks better. Okay, we'll do that on the left eye. Oh, I like it. What do you think, guys? Looks different. Right, inner corner. I do want to do an inner corner. If I can find the brush that I use for the inner corner. I'll use that brush to blend out. Why don't I have an inner corner brush? No brush there either. Oh wait, maybe I can use this. I missed it. What palette are you using? This one, babe. Colourpop The Witching Hour. Looks like this. So I've used those two shades. Well, no, I'll tell you what I've used. All Hallows Eve. I've used Moon is Round. Then I went in with Life Potion, which I didn't say that, I don't think. And then I went in with Green New on the lash line, so down here. And then I mixed these two. So we've got Bubble Bubble on the outer corner here. And then we've got Underground, is it Under the Ground, sorry, which is more in the inner corner portion. Gotta try those colours now. Do you have this palette, Shannon? I mean, you don't even need to have it, you know, you can just have colours like it. So I'm going in with this brush and we're going to go in with 300 Years. Ooh, that's brightening. Hi, what is your name? Hi, Craig. My name's Andrea. What is your name Craig, really? Where are you from? No, but the yucca one does. I don't think it has an orange, does it? Maybe I'll get mine in a minute. I don't remember it having that orange like that. I don't remember me being able to create anything like that. Let me just go and get it. I'm just going to turn you around for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Right, so I've got it. Now, you wouldn't be able to create the same look. It's got, the only orange it's got is this one, and it's a matte. So you'd need an orange shimmer, and also you'd need like that. So can you see how they're not similar? I'll try and get out of the frame. But this palette, this yucca palette, you're gonna love. Because I love it. And I'm not saying you'll love it because I love it, but you will love it. Hi Andrea, just joined. Beautiful eye look. Thank you. I like it. I think it's really, really nice. I was just saying I didn't know if I was gonna like it because it's this one. It's a Colourpop Witching Hour it's a Colourpop Hocus Pocus Witching Hour, and I have used it once before when I got it, but what I like to do when I get new eyeshadow palettes, I like to test each individual shade. So what I would have done is I would have done 4 looks, except I can't find them on the channel, only in short form. And I would have just gone in with this one by itself on one day, and then this one on one day, and then this one on this one. So I'm mixing them at the moment, and I do like the way that looks. I really do. I think it's nice. Just excuse me a minute. Darn running nose. Yes, definitely. I can't wait to see your looks. I can try to. Very pretty. Thank you, Cheryl. The colour combination is really, really nice. I think it makes blue eyes pop, these kind of colours. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with Essence of False Lashes, Extreme Volume and Curl. I didn't know how I felt about this. It used to be my holy grail back in the day, and I didn't like it, but now I like it again. So, but it doesn't beat my holy grail 17 Bigger Better Lash. Oh, it's such a stunning mascara, and it costs barely nothing. Now I don't curl them because they naturally curl upwards anyway. I don't think I need to curl them, and those curlers frighten me. How are you, Kira, anyway? Have you been working? No, aren't you at the sanctuary place for the deers? I'm getting a little bit annoyed because there's fireworks going off constantly. Since bonfire nights, fireworks literally going off, and tonight is worse than bonfire night was. Like, it's like, why? When I did a look like this last time, I wore a red lippy. I don't know if I want to do that today. But red really goes with orange. colour combination is really nice. Thank you, Kira. I don't know if I've read that one already. Hi, ha 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 ha. I'm okay, I'm just getting ready to go out. Lips. Right. Oh, I wanted to just blend out a bit. Last night was annoying to me for sound. American football game, miles away. I could still hear it on fireworks. Oh gosh. Do you like American football, babe? Or any sports at all? I like figure skating. That's about as far as it goes. I'm just trying to put these brushes away so I can find them tomorrow. I wasn't supposed to come on tonight at all, Kira. I was just going to do a longer form content video, and it's like, no, let's just go on and see if anyone comes in. Quite a few people have come in so far, so that's nice. Like 2 people were on earlier, and I was thinking, note to self, don't do Saturday lives anymore. I think they rely on public donations. Sorry, have I missed something? Who does? Are you going anywhere nice? I'm just going to my mum's, you know, I'm not doing anything special. Right, I need to get a lip. No, it's not an orange base one. Orange base reds go really nice. See how that just looks really, really nice? I don't think I want to use that one though. Is this Maybelline? I'm smelling them because I'm paranoid about if they're bad or not. Ooh, okay. So I really like these soft matte lip creams, and I forgot I had this one. This one's in the shade Morocco. That sounds fun, going to the sanctuary to see wild horses. Oh, was it horses? I thought it was deers. Wow, what have I got growing on my face? I hate having polycystic ovary syndrome. That's going to have to be shaved. See? I love that. Not that I'm tooting my own horn or anything. I'm not that kind of content creator that's like, The Donkey Sanctuary do rely on donations. Seeing it tomorrow. I went to the New Forest for a walk today, so many dog walkers. Oh, did you see any border collies? I'm obsessed. I love a good border collie, but that's only because my niece has got one. They're such lively dogs. But toot toot. Yes, I saw too. They were so friendly. They are the most friendliest dog, and they're the most intelligent too. Like you show them something once, and then they just know. They just know. Like you could say to, I could say to Luna, "Oh, go and get this toy," and she'd look at it and she'd know what I was talking about. And I'm like, "Go and get your toy," and she brings it to me. You could say that for most dogs, but they are really, really intelligent because they're shepherding dogs, aren't they? They belong on a farm, really, but they do need a lot of exercise. Sounds like at the New Forest, you know, there's a lot of room for them to get the exercise, which is good. Anyway, this is a look, guys. I'm not putting any facial setting spray on because I don't really need it. It's 9:15 and I've already used this facial spray, which there really isn't much left of. Oh. I should really put that in a project. Normally I would go in with this as well, but I'm not going to because I've just put mascara on. But yeah, I really, really like this overall look. It's pretty. I love the lipstick. I forgot I had it. I don't even know if they do these anymore, these NYX soft matte lip creams, but they are stunning, stunning lip creams. I will show you what I've got. There's another one I've got. Why is it right? I've got so much lip stuff. I can't find things when I want to show you. Oh, there's one which I really like. And I think there might be one in the top drawer as well. No, I know I've got like a burgundy one. But anyway, we've got these. So this one is Morocco. I bet you could get it off eBay or Amazon. eBay is probably the cheapest. And then this one I pulled into a Shop My Stash. It's a perfect nude. And it's perfect for this time of year. I mean, look at that. And it is what it says on the thing here. They are a very soft matte lip cream. So if you want something that's matte and won't come off while you're drinking, it's not this. But if you don't mind it coming off and reapplying, then they're really, really nice. I mean, I'm smudging my lips together now and it's just going to stay there. But when I drink, like say when I go to my mum's and have a cup of tea, it will come off, it will be on the cup. And doesn't really like that about them, but it is what it is, right? Hi Sophia, you've just come as I'm leaving. How are you? Gosh, I'm starving. I need to have something to eat. Oh no, yeah, this is a look, by the way, Sophia. I used the Colourpop Witching Hour palette, so this one here. But yeah, I'll be leaving now because I've got to go to the shop to get some things in, and then I'm going to my mum's. But thank you for joining me. I will be here on Monday if you want to come back, and that's probably going to be about 8 PM or something like that. I'm still trying to get my schedule down. I just pop on when I feel like it. Like I said, I wasn't meant to be doing this one today, and I just thought, why not? Just do it and then see if people come in. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hope you all have a good evening, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye guys.